Hey guys, what's up? Coming back at you with another video, and I'm doing the random movie review that I drew earlier, which is The Princess Bride. Now, this movie came out, let's see, what year did it come out? 1987. And starring Carrie Ellis, I forgot everybody was, Mandy Patinkin, and it's also got, Andre the Giant, who is right there. May he rest in peace. And, it starts out with a grandfather visiting his sick grandson, who happens to be played by Fred Savage, back when he was young. And the grandpa decides to read him a story that he wrote to the kid's own father, his son, when he was sick. And that's where the story begins. And the story starts with Buttercup, who's the daughter of a farmer, I guess, or something, a wealthy landowner. And there's Wesley, who's her farmhand. And every day she'd tell him what to do, and every time she told him, he'd answer with, "As you wish." Became kind of a theme for them, and she ended up falling in love with Wesley, but he went away for, I think, because of needed money to marry her. And while he was away, his ship got attacked by pirates, and everybody assumed he died. So she's grieving, and then I think it was Prince Humperdinck, this dude right here. He decides he wants to marry Buttercup. So he introduces her as Princess Buttercup. One day she was taking a ride in this red dress. And while she's riding, she gets captured by Andre, Mandy, and their clever friend. And sail across sea to another land, and they get followed by a pirate ship, who always stays a safe distance away, but still within sight. Once they get there, they get to these cliffs. Andre's character, forgot his name. Anyways, he at one point carries all three of them up the cliffs. On the cliffs, Manny's character, who's what's his name? Antonio. I forgot his name. Sorry. But anyways, he stays on the cliffs to fight whoever's coming after him, who turns out to be Wesley. But he's wearing a mask, so no one knows that. Anyways, they fight. First, both start fighting with their left hands to lengthen the battle. Then they end up both switching to the right hands, because that's the hand they originally do. And Wesley wins. And respecting the guy too much, he just knocks him unconscious. So he can't follow, but he doesn't have to kill him. Next, Andre stays back to kill the pirate chasing him, and they talk while fighting, which is pretty hilarious. At some point, Wesley ends up doing a chokehold on Andre, and knocks him unconscious. He does not kill him. He ends up walking away, which is good. We don't want Andre dying. Then when the one guy finds out that his two companions were defeated, he decides to do a face-to-face thing, and where they have a little game with wine with poison in it, as a battle of the brains, you might say. The one guy, he goes back and forth with Wesley about which cup has the poison, because one's supposed to be poison, the other one not. With the poison that is completely scentless, tasteless, you cannot tell it's in there. And at one point, he tells him, he goes like, "What's that?" kind of thing, the old cliche. Switches the cups, both drink, and he dies. Buttercup's like, "Oh, it was your cup with the poison," and Wesley's like, "No, they were both poison. I just built up an immunity to it." And he ends up taking her. The prince sent some men after him, and so they're chasing him as well. Buttercup sees them, Wesley sees them, and saying how soon it's going to be too late. And she's like, she just shoves them. She says something, I forgot what it was. It's been a while since I've actually watched it, so I don't remember all the details. But anyways, he's falling down the hills she says he could die. And he's like, "As you wish," as he's rolling down. And she realizes who he really is. So she ends up tumbling after him. They did a Jack and Jill thing. Bottom, they have a little moment. And end up going into this forest. I forgot what it was called. I think it was a swamp. Where they have like flames that squirt up at points. Which they learn how to get by that by listening for the sounds it makes. Quicksand. She ends up falling in. He goes after her with the vine attached to him and climbs out with her. Next, they meet the very large rats. Or the rodents of unusual size. And manage to survive those. When they come out of the swamp, there's Prince Humperdinck's right-hand man, who is this guy. He captures them. Buttercup, for Wesley's life, swears to go back and marry the prince. They knock Wesley unconscious, take him to their pit of despair, you might say, and end up torturing Wesley. And then when Buttercup's like, "I want Wesley, get him for me," Prince sends people out for him. Naturally, he knows where Wesley is. He doesn't want her to have him. Or him to have her, so he lies. When she's insistent that Wesley's going to come for her, no matter what, he ends up going and killing Wesley. Well, Andre and Mandy's characters find Wesley, so they go looking for him. He's kind of like their new leader, I guess. I don't remember exactly what, but they need him, I guess, to get revenge. This guy mainly because he's the one who killed Mandy's character's dad. But anyways, they find him, get him, he's dead. They take him to Billy Crystal's character, who is this guy. And his wife is played, if you ever watched the movie Scrooge, she's the fairy that keeps whacking Bill Murray's character. Very funny lady. Anyways, he's saying, first Billy Crystal's like, "No, I can't save him." One of my favorite lines is actually in there, where he's knocking on the door and Billy Crystal's like, "Go away, I'll call the Brute Squad." And Andre's like, "I'm on the Brute Squad." So Billy goes, "You are the Brute Squad." Which he can pretty much take on the squad by himself. But anyways, the wife's like arguing with him, and then they end up going, there's a chance to save him, so they create a magic pill it's a miracle pill to bring him back. The two take Wesley to the castle to save Buttercup. They give him the pill, he wakes up, though he can't really move because he's recovering from death. And Wesley, for his brains, comes up with a plan to get him into the castle and pass all the guards, which goes from like 20 to 60. And come up with this cool plan, setting Andre on fire with him in a dark robe, and talk about hell and demons and all that stuff. Very funny. They get in the castle. They're dragging him along. Manny and his nemesis, who killed his father, meet. After Andre beats up the henchman, one guy runs. Manny's character follows him. And during this time, Buttercup is marrying Prince Humperdinck. Though the priest never actually says, do you marry? There's no vows or anything. There's like to say man and wife, because Humperdinck's in a hurry. And with Wesley, because they can't exactly keep dragging him around, Andre puts him onto a thing of armor to go stay there to help Manny's character, because he got stuck trying to get through a locked door to get to his nemesis. Andre just breaks down the door and goes back for Wesley, but Wesley's not there. And turns out Wesley went to Buttercup's room where Buttercup was going to kill herself. He talks her out of it by showing he's alive, and she's like all excited. And they get a little confrontation with Humperdinck. And even though he's weak and can barely stand on his own, Wesley intimidates him to drop a sword, get in a chair, gets Buttercup to tie him up. That's when you find out he's weak. And with the other guys, Manny's character catches up with his. They have a fight. Manny gets some stab wounds. Thankfully, he doesn't die. And he kills his nemesis, getting revenge for his father. They find Wesley. Well, he does. They go to escape the castle and find out Andre's character, when he was pretty much left alone, went and got 4 white horses. They all get on the horses after the 3 jump out of the window to get to the horses. Because actually Andre's on the bottom. They're up in the castle hanging out a window. And they ride off. And during most of this whole thing, the grandson keeps interrupting the story because he doesn't like the romance, he doesn't like the kissing. And at the end, he's okay with the kissing for the last scene. And so the last scene, or last part of the story, is Buttercup and Wesley kissing, the greatest kiss of all kisses kind of thing. And then Grandpa goes to leave because it's the kid's bedtime. And the kid asks him to come back the next day to read the story again. And the last line the Grandpa says is, "As you wish." Hinting that maybe somehow he's Wesley. Well, I think he just read the story enough that he decided to just say the words. But anyways, and then it goes to the credits with showing scenes from the movie with the people with their names, with a very pretty song called Storybook Love. I forgot exactly who sings it, but it's a good song. But anyways, that's the review for that. And for the kind of movie it is based off of a book with the same title. I'd give it probably an 8 out of 10. It was made in the 80s, so there are some flaws, but great actors, good story, and it's funny for kids. It's a good kids movie too. Like I said, I give it an 8 out of 10, maybe an 8.5. Also, you can't go wrong with Billy Crystal. You just can't. And that's my review for Princess Bride. Next week will be my next random movie review. And I will see you guys later. Bye.